According to IMF's mid-2026 evaluations, Cameroon's economy is proving highly resilient to successive external shocks. That's one good news. The downside is that the real gross domestic product, or GDP growth, slowed to 3.1%, due mainly to the political and election-related disruptions that the country experienced towards the end of 2025. But there's more good news. This year, 2026, the GDP growth is projected to recover moderately to 3.3%. But what is bringing this recovery about? The surge in Cameroon's public investment, which grew over 33% in late 2025, according to the National Institute of Statistics, is due naturally to President Paul Biya's policies. As a chief architect of where public money should go, he has gotten public investments off the ground in a number of areas. First, there is the gradual easing of energy bottlenecks, that is to say, the problems that existed before with electricity generation, transmission, and distribution are becoming issues of the past. For example, the 420 megawatt Nachigal hydroelectric plant, with 6 of its 7 turbines fully operational, has boosted national energy generation capacity by roughly 30%. Second, Cameroon has engaged in major state-backed and public-private investments, including the heavy state-backed mining and export push to activate massive mineral deposits that's estimated to cost a staggering 1,778 billion CFA francs. These projects are the Mbalam Iron Ore Project, the Kribi, Lobe, and Bipindi Grand Zambi Iron Ore, and the Minim Mata Bauxite Project. Third, there are also massive logistics and road networks. The Ministry of Public Works is allocating over 92% of its massive 740 billion CFA francs budget to a heavy connectivity roadmap. They include the 800-kilometer Douala-Bangui corridor worth some 917.8 billion CFA francs. Parts of the Yaoundé-Douala axis will be rebuilt, plus a second major bridge over the Dipamba River at the entrance to Douala. All this backed by the World Bank and the French Development Agency AFD. Furthermore, the government has engaged in delivering 476 kilometers of newly paved roads and the launch of massive capital projects, including Phase 2 of the Douala-Yaoundé motorway, the 170-kilometer Eboloa-Kribi road, and a complete rehabilitation of the degraded 242-kilometer Ngaoundéré-Garoua highway corridor. The state has also finalized public solar fields in Maroua and Guidère, 30 megawatts, to stabilize the fragile grid in the northern regions. Clearly, these are the major projects raising the country's GDP and giving a much brighter light at the country's economic end of the tunnel.